say, my man? Anything whatsoever?
Do you have anything to say?
You the right guy.
What did you rob?
Guilty?
What did you do with the items?
Nothing in defense.
Back
Do you
up
have
to
anything to say right
Can you
now?
scoot over just a little bit,
You
man,
have any words to say?
Can you
Just
scoot over
whatever
just a
you've
little bit,
done,
please?
would you like to say anything to declare your innocence?
What time you get?
First name is Jennifer, Jennifer. Last name is Rodriguez, Rodriguez, Public Information Officer with SAPD. So today, Robbery Unit Task Force announced the arrest of 51-year-old Tommy Walden. His name is spelled Tommywaldon. Robbery detectives here at this task force believe he is behind multiple robberies across the city in San Antonio. The most recent one he was arrested for, a robbery warrant, was for an incident that occurred yesterday afternoon just before 1 in the 4400 block of East Houston at a Boost Mobile store. Preliminary information indicates that the individual waited until the store was practically empty and it was just one female employee. Then he went up to her, made some demands, and took off in a vehicle. Similar situations have occurred. That's why the detectives do believe that he is behind multiple robberies where he does the same thing. He waits till the store is practically empty, then he goes up to more than likely a female clerk and demands money and takes off with those demands in different sets of vehicles. Robbery detectives began to pick up this case and suspected him behind multiple robberies, but as I mentioned, he has been arrested for one, but more charges may be forthcoming as the investigation is ongoing and fluid.
How old did you say he was?
51 years old.
Are we talking about dozens or?
I'm just going to say multiple at this time. Está acusado de robar varios businesses en la ciudad de San Antonio. Va a los empleados y hace demandas y luego se va de la colación en un vehículo. Así es que está suspenso.
¿Cuál fue la última ocasión en la que se le puede descubrir
How long, like I guess, the long period of span of time that you guys have been looking at robberies?
I'm not sure what the time span is. I just know, as I mentioned, he is suspected of committing multiple robberies in San Antonio, doing the same thing, approaching more than likely a female that is alone. As you can tell, he is a pretty tall person. He's big in structure, and so therefore he targets these female employees that are by themselves. Those are the allegations, and he makes those demands and then takes off in vehicles, different kind of vehicles, but we do believe that he's behind multiple robberies.
Armed during the time?
No, we don't believe he's armed. This last robbery that occurred yesterday on East Houston, he kept his hands in his pocket, but he's never displayed a weapon. He's just made demands and taken off with cash.
All the robberies have been in cell phone stores? Or
No, Boost Mobiles, different types of businesses like CVS's, Walgreens, different type of businesses like that, not necessarily cell phone companies.
Do you have any info on the situation on De Zavala?
Any more questions on the robbery before I move on? No? Okay, so speaking on the barricaded subject, after 1 this afternoon, officers were dispatched to an apartment complex in the 60,000 block of De Zavala. When officers arrived, the preliminary information was that the suspect in this case, a man in his 20s, had gotten into some type of confrontation with a roommate. The roommate during the confrontation cut the suspect, and the suspect allegedly pulled out a weapon and made threats towards this victim. The victim in this case was able to get away, and officers made several attempts to contact this individual without success. However, detectives were able to contact a relative of this suspect, and the relative was able to get this individual to get out and surrender. He did surrender, and he was taken downtown for questioning as well as the victim. I don't know the severities of the injuries on both ends. I just know that they're being interviewed and they're being treated, and charges may be forthcoming on the suspect. I do not know exactly what charges he'll be facing.
So you said the subject who was in his 20s got into it with his roommate. The roommate cut him. He pulled out a gun and threatened him, and he ran.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, the suspect pulled out the weapon allegedly and made threats towards the roommate.
You said charges may be pending against both of them?
No, against the suspect. I don't know about the victim in this case. It's still an ongoing investigation.
Nothing related to a murder investigation or anything such as that?
Not that I know of, no.
how long did it take? You know, how long was he barricaded?
I don't know. I think like less than an hour.
No ID on him just yet?
¿En español?
Después de las 1 de la tarde, hoy oficiales fueron a la calle de Zavala por reportes de una pelea entre roommates. Cuando llegaron, encontraron la víctima, en este caso, que dice que el sospechoso le hizo threats con una pistola. Oficiales trataron de contactar el sujeto que estaba dentro del apartamento, pero no salió. Detectives pudieron contactar un pariente del sospechoso que él lo hizo que se viniera y surrendered a oficiales y están siendo investigado ahorita, entrevistado y ahorita no sabemos qué cargos va a enfrentar.
So the suspect was arrested. Did the victim show up later, or was he taken into custody at the same time?
No, he was found at the location, but he was not taken into custody. Just the subject.
Even if he cut the suspect?
It's still all under investigation. So.